And we live. Welcome to the Cold Truth Podcast, where we tell the whole truth, nothing but the truth, and don't care how you feel about it. I'm your host, White Boy Chris. We got Dre.
Yeah.
And the little opening shit we got. It's in honor of you.
Yeah.
We have a new segment called "Who." It kind of shout out to the Breakfast Club. Who are the donkeys we're talking about today?
Oh man, we're gonna have a donkey of the day. A donkey of the day.
And we already know we gotta lead with top dog donkey number one, Ja Morant.
Ja Morant is the donkey of the day. Can I
donkey
just go?
Of the week, donkey of the year.
He is the ultimate donkey. And before we really start talking sports, man, I'm gonna talk Ja Morant real quick, man. I'm gonna just go in.
Oh, go in, bro. I'm gonna be right behind you because man.
Oh yeah, we got to. We got to, man. I'm gonna try not to get too deep and too philosophical. But let's be real, man. I'm a black man, you're a black man. We both know how this world goes. Ain't that many surprises when you're a black man. There's not that many things that surprise us. We understand, man. If we don't get it right the first time, there probably won't be a second time. The only time you get second and third and fourth tries is if you're flashy and you're good looking. Right now, Ja Morant, he's getting that Chris Brown treatment when Chris Brown beat down Rihanna. Oh, them women didn't turn their back on him. Them women did not turn their back on Chris Brown. They kept giving him chances because he's good looking and he could dance. That's the reason. Ja Morant, he's good looking and he has a flashy game. The NBA knows they ain't made their money off of Ja Morant yet. They know
they haven't.
They have not maximized it. So they do not want to be wrong. And remember, when Kyrie Irving last year, when they gave him hell about whatever Sim stuff that he was doing.
Whatever that shit was, yeah.
Whatever that shit was that y'all try to make an issue out of it. But I ain't gonna go there. Because I go on for about an hour. Who did Nike make their new poster child right after they dropped it? Ja fucking Morant. They did. Yep. They dropped Kyrie, brought in Ja Morant, made him seem like, oh, we're dropping Kyrie. We're getting this young stud who does everything right. And ever since then, Ja Morant been shitting on everybody, just going down the fuck hill. Everybody's upset about Charleston White. What did Charleston White say that wasn't right? Everything Charleston said about Ja Morant is true. He a fake thug. And he keeps getting opportunities because he's good looking and he's flashing. I've said this and I'll say it again. If Ja Morant had the same accolades that he has now, but looked like Sam Cassell and played like Chauncey Billups, his ass would be out of the league. He'd be done. That's all it is. And folks over here saying, oh, man, Jalen Rose, man, I love you, Jalen, man, but stop being soft. I know you were raised by just women. Stop being soft, Jalen. Stop being soft.
Yeah.
Saying, oh, man, if there was YouTube and Twitter and all the stuff around when I was Ja Morant's age.
Soft, bro. That nigga, yeah, I ain't appreciate that shit.
Stop making excuses for this grown-ass man.
He ain't want to try to, he like, oh, well, I interviewed him, so I don't want to try to kill him.
Exactly, because he don't want to be wrong. There's a lot of people that invested in Ja Morant way too early, and they don't want to be wrong. NBA don't want to be wrong. Nike don't want to be wrong. Jalen Rose don't want to be wrong. But it's time to be real, because what's happening is, and again, I'm not trying to get too deep, these black boys are seeing Ja Morant getting 2, 3, 4, 5 opportunities, and they think that's what real life is going to be. That's just not, unless you can dribble the ball like that, unless you're good looking like that, that's not how it's going to be. You going to flash that damn gun on IG, they're going to be flashing your ass into a prison cell. So, man,
real quick.
Real quick. Man, if I'm the NBA, man, I'm suspending Ja 40 games. Now, I think he's probably going to get suspended about 20. But, suspend his ass 40 games, man. I'm tired of his shit, man. I'm tired of it. That's all I got to say about that donkey of the year. That's all I got to say about him, man.
Man, hell no. So, I was talking to my homeboy about this earlier. The first thing I want to get off of my chest, can we please stop bringing up Ja Morant daddy? The last time I checked, this nigga is a grown-ass man. If I go outside right now and decide to wave my bitch and shoot it at my neighbor,
Yeah.
you think the judge gonna ask or ask, did your daddy talk to you? Hell no.
Nah, he's 23 years old.
Grown man. I don't care. I don't care if he's just a young man. He's a grown ass man. He can walk into a bar, buy himself a drink. He can clearly go into the strip club and throw them ones. He's a grown ass man. So stop bringing up this nigga's daddy. First off, second of all, I had to go back and watch the video. I don't think that nigga knew Ja was about to hold up the blick.
No.
I don't think he knew he was about to
hold. Put the camera down.
Bro, I went back I was talking. I was like, man, that nigga homeboy is dumb as hell, man. They know this nigga, but then I went back and look. I'm like, shit. Homeboy just trying to show them turning up the young boy. That nigga, he was just as shocked as we were, and he was live, so it wasn't like he can cancel it. By the time it got shown, it was already on Twitter. It was over with. It was too late. There was no going back. There was no going back, bro. I don't know. I'm just in the mindset. I'm like, look, bro. We all know somebody in that lifestyle that really had to do some shit that a lot of us, probably wouldn't be proud of.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what I mean? They did what they had to do. I know some of them.
Yeah.
That nigga ain't that.
No.
I'm gonna tell you shit. I'm gonna keep, because I heard it uttered once, and I'm gonna keep saying we don't need no more fake shooters out here, man.
Nah, man.
We don't need no more fake shooters, man.
Nah. I mean, if you really ain't about that, man, we ain't trying to hear it. But again, with Ja, he keeps getting second chances. He keeps getting third chances. What's really going to end up being a wake-up call for John Morant? Let one of these young guards from this
he
draft.
Talk about should he get suspended 40 games. Shit, better be glad it ain't me. I'm putting a David Stern fist on that nigga. That nigga be gone the whole year. You go ahead, go ahead and have a seat on that couch for a year, my boy.
Yeah.
Because, bro, people getting surprised like, yes, 40 season. How about that? This is the second time.
Second in less than a year, in a couple months.
I'm sorry, bro. Like, in a couple, I'm sorry, bro. Like, and everybody want to keep throwing this, he has his Second Amendment right. Well, look, man, if you want to wave that pistol around, go ahead and quit and go ahead and drop them fries at McDonald's, nigga. I guarantee you they ain't gonna get on your ass about flashing no goddamn pistol. Long as them goddamn fries get dropped in that grease at 350. Hey, nigga, long as them goddamn fries get dropped in that grease at 350 and you don't put too much salt on them motherfuckers, they don't give a damn. Hey, weigh that pistol, my boy. Just make sure you in here for that midday shift tomorrow. The niggas gotta understand, man. Y'all represent these niggas that's got billions of dollars. You're asking for their money.
Yeah.
No, bro. Sometimes at the end of the day, we got to start following rules.
Yeah.
And it's like, bro, if they bitching now under Adam, bro, half of these niggas wouldn't have made it in the league with David Stern.
Oh, David Stern didn't have time for niggas, man.
Bro,
David Stern had no spare change, man.
David Stern would have. As soon as he seen the video, nigga, ain't no investigation. You're gone. You're gone for a year, my friend.
Yeah. Oh, we saw what David Stern did with the Washington Wizards. David Stern has no shit.
Then somebody brought up. I forgot about when that nigga OJ Mayo got caught, man. Never seen from again.
Gone.
Out the door.
But again, OJ Mayo ain't good looking like John Morant. You know what I mean? OJ Mayo looked like he could be on Snowfall. You know?
Yeah. So I'm about to say, and you know what? This ain't even controversial, but this right here is why in the future, bro, we got to start looking at these niggas, because this nigga went to therapy for what? 8 days?
7 days. 7 days.
Come on, bro. Yeah. Come on, bro. I'm sorry. And some people may take this as an offense. I don't give a damn. He is a prime example of why we do not need to believe every nigga that come out here and say they got mental health issues. I'm sorry. We just got to call a spade a spade. We got to start looking at that shit more closely. I'm not trying to knock nobody that actually got some shit going on. I hope you're getting the help and the attention, the therapy you need, the treatment, whatever you got to do. But we are not letting this donkey use that as a pass.
Yeah.
This ain't no mental health. This is just stupid.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I know a lot of niggas that carry, and I know the first thing they do when they see a camera is not whipping that motherfucker out to show it.
Yeah. And that's the thing. That I told you because I had a talk with somebody else. They're like, man, well, he probably didn't know his homeboy was on IG Live, yada, yada, yada. I'm like,
it don't matter.
Before he pulled his gun out, the man is looking directly into his camera. He's looking into the camera. And then his homeboy, at least, who did not just sign this multi-million-dollar contract, has enough sense to say, oh, let me put this camera down. John's the one that has everything to lose. And you out here doing dumb shit like that, man. So yeah, man, I don't have any spare change for Ja. I'm not in the business of coddling men.
If it's one of my friends, bro, nigga, I'm not even pulling the camera out, nigga. I'm not even accepting the FaceTime. I'm not putting you a nigga. The only time you're gonna have a camera on you is when you on that court. And since you ain't playing right now, you ain't gonna have a camera until October, November, my boy.
Yeah. Nah,
because you in front of a camera, clearly you don't know how to act, bro. You don't know how to act.
Yeah,
and all y'all niggas out here trying to give this nigga a pass. This is a grown ass man.
Yeah.
This nigga's a grown ass man trying to act. And nigga like, oh well, he needs to get. Nah, you asking other motherfuckers for their money. That's how you getting paid. If you want another motherfucking money, guess what? You have to follow some goddamn rules. Especially if you're looking at $250,000. You think you're gonna be able just to get that like the nigga working down the street at the gas station?
Yeah.
The nigga working at Walmart they ain't got that many rules? Shit.
But again, man, and the thing again, we keep saying not
rest in peace to David Stern, man. I'm sick of this foolishness.
Bring back my boy. Oh, he ain't alive no more, man. Hell, I know he got a son or something.
Hey yo, come on, man. Yeah. Bring back the Stern.
Yeah, man, I'm done with that. But nah, just closing on that topic. And again, I ain't trying to sound like an old head, yada yada yada. And I know this sounds controversial.
Yeah.
But this to me is a byproduct on the way young men are being raised nowadays. Like growing back when we were growing up, and damn, I sound old as shit saying that. Like, even if you didn't have a dad around, you had your uncles, you had men on the street corner. Like you had guys that did not let bullshit slide. Like if a man in my family knew I was out there bullshitting, they were calling my ass on. I was getting my ass beat. Somebody was giving me a lecture. But nowadays, mommies, aunties, they don't let nobody talk to their kids. Hey, I see that in the classroom. I try to correct the young man. You got 2 or 3 people in his family questioning me. Ja Morant, you literally just got in trouble for this shit 2 months ago. And here you are. Your shit don't stink, man. And that's the way it is for a lot of these young dudes. They just don't think their shit stinks. These rules don't apply to you. But the worst thing that we could do is let him go scot-free, man. Don't let him be the commissioner. I'm suspending his ass for 82 games.
Yeah, give him a year, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Get his ass on.
You got to give that man a year. I'm sorry. And this is my last note on this. I mean, hey, somebody might need to, he might just need to change that circle, bro. I mean, but we already know how it is. It's easy when you got a whole bunch of yes men around you.
Yep.
It's easy when you got a whole bunch of yes men around you.
Yeah, I blame Memphis too. Put somebody on that payroll to follow his ass around. That could be like Jeffrey on Bel Air. You need to go get Jeffrey from Bel Air to follow this nigga around.
The only reason why I kind of do blame them, bro, is just because of the simple fact it's like, okay, the first incident that happened, in my opinion, like all that, it was really some bullshit, bro. Like, when is the last time you heard somebody going to therapy for a week, bro? Thought so. So I'm just like, come on, man. Like, y'all put this on for a front, bro. Yeah. Y'all put this on for a front.
Yeah. Nah, yeah, that to me.
Hey, is a Gil called him a generational idiot.
Now, and look, if Gilbert Arenas is calling you a generational idiot, my God, man. Gilbert Arenas.
Bro, hey, but you got to think about it, though. Gil did his thing. Did we hear anything else?
Hey, look, man. No, remember, he basically was out the league after that. Remember,
yeah, he was out. But, but you got to remember, who was Gil dealing with? David Stern.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Say, man.
And Gilbert Arenas isn't pretty. The girls don't love Gilbert Arenas.
No,
You know what I mean? At the end of the day, that is why Ja keeps getting these chances. That's why Chris Brown keeps getting these chances. They good-looking dudes and the ladies love them. That's why they keep getting them chances, man. But now Gilbert Arenas lined all them pistols up and told Javaris Crimson to pick one. And this dude is calling you a generational idiot. Man, Ja, that's not enough to look in the mirror, man. Then shit, you can't be saved. You can't be. You can't be. I'm tired of it.
But let's go on, man. Let's go on. We got to see a epic meltdown. Epic meltdown. Celtics and 76ers. So Jason Tatum clearly just beat the damn Game 7 record set by Steph just a couple of weeks ago. Dropped a 50-piece nugget. Extra wet. Extra ranch. Go ahead and throw a fry on the side just for good measure. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't know. I was listening to some earlier, and it kind of got me thinking. I don't know how I feel about that nigga Joel Embiid being all buddy with that nigga after the game, bro. I don't know how I feel about that. You sitting there sobbing, lip hanging and shit when Kawhi beat your ass. This nigga drops 50 on your fucking head, and you over there all buddy. Hell, I don't know, bro. If I'm getting my ass whooped like that, dog, nah.
Well, I think that's the reason why. Like, you got to think. This series with the 76ers and the Celtics, let's be real. I don't think anybody picked Philly to win this series.
I kind of did. I'm not going to lie.
Before it started.
I said Philly could get it in 6. And they could have. They have, but see, the thing about it was that in that game 6, they was holding Jason Tatum the entire game. He had a bad game until the fourth quarter. They did not finish the job. So, but am I surprised that they lost? No, because for one, you got James Harden on the team. We already know what his MO is. He had these last 2 games, and I was shocked by him as far as like that he was able to pull out that type of performance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, that the game 1 when he was hurt, I kind of, expected or needed that from him because, okay, he's not there, so now you're the number 1. But that second game where he actually went off with Embiid there, that one shocked me. But even besides that, Harden just has a bad history of closing series, and this ain't the first time we done seen it. And shit, with Joel, he ain't been out the second round, bro, since he got to the league. I misspoke a couple of weeks ago. I thought he made it to a conference finals, but he ain't never been there.
Well, one thing I'll say with Joel, man, like he's playing injured. Like he ain't playing hurt. He's playing injured. They said that he really should be out about a month. So I give him credit for playing in this series because, again, there's players who would have said, you know what, I'm going to protect my legacy and I'm going to sit out and not play.
Yeah, so you don't look bad.
So that's my thing. I'm like, if we want players to play while they're hurt and injured, then we can't sit there and act like they're not playing hurt and injured because if they don't play, they're soft. We talk to them like how we talk about Anthony Davis.
And I could agree with you, bro. And I'm not saying you one of them people, but the only reason why I don't really care for that argument is because it only get brought up when they lose. Like we wasn't bringing that up when he because I think did he have like a 30-point game on that same badass knee?
Well, no, isn't it knee?
It's bad, but I'm just saying like because even Rod did it. Like niggas ain't bringing up that knee when they won them 2 games with him. When they had them down 3-2, they wouldn't bring. I ain't hear nobody bring up that damn knee until they lost.
But you know how injuries are. It's day to day. There might be one day
I get
like,
it.
Man, I actually feel.
Yeah, I get it, but it's just one of the things, bro. It's like and it sucks, but it's like, hey, man, if you go out there, we still gonna critique you regardless, whether you hurt or not, man. If you feel like you're gonna be that much of it, because bro, he was just looking bad. Like he couldn't jump. He couldn't do nothing inside, and that's where he was supposed to kill them. He couldn't do nothing inside.
And he's not healthy, and so everybody's playing hurt. But there's difference between playing hurt and injured. I think he's injured, and you could tell that by the way he played. We don't see Joel play like that. What was he, 5 for 18? That's not him. And the fact that he only took 18 shots, come on, man. Like, he wasn't right. He wasn't right. Now Harden,
Yeah, he right though. Tatum was killing him on that one on. I don't even know why they did. I don't even know why they allowed that switch to happen, and they let it happen multiple times.
but I mean that's how basketball is. I think on the last show I kept saying that with DC. I was like, look, all the Celtics are going to do, they go 5 out. Whoever has the sorriest defender on them, then you go high screen and roll with them. Like that's been the Celtics MO. Like that's how they cash checks. But this series, I honestly thought the Celtics were probably going to beat them in 5 or beat them in 6. On our last show, I talked about, man, the Sixers should be happy that they made it a series. This was not a series where I felt like there was much question mark. So I think Joel Embiid being buddy with Tatum and everything after the game, it just kind of shows that. He was like, I'm just happy we competed. Now that Toronto series, them losing at the buzzer the way they did, in a series where it was pretty even. It was like, man, they got a legit shot, going to the finals this year. And to come up short like that in the second round, oh, yeah, there's a lot more emotion from a healthy Joel. He knows he's not healthy. He knows his team isn't better than the Celtics. The Celtics, what is this, 5 Eastern Conference Finals appearances since Jason Tatum's been drafted? And again, man, I'm so happy Tatum, and I'm all over the place. When DC on this last show said that Tatum ain't got no grit, man, I almost fell out my goddamn couch. This man is 25 years old, and this is his 5th conference championship series. Come on, man. 51 points the other night, and he ain't got no grit? Come on. But that's neither here nor there. But honestly, I think the 76ers, they really got to look themselves in the mirror. I know a lot of people are going in on Joel and what he said, but I think a lot of that stuff is clickbait. If you listen to what he said completely, it really wasn't that bad. He was like, me and Harden can't do this alone. And then right after that, he says, we all got to get better. There's things that we all need to do, including myself, to get better. And there's no lie there. And again, folks don't realize this. I mean, English ain't his first language. There's ways that he says things in his mind. It doesn't sound bad, but to us, it comes off bad. But he's just saying they all got to get better. And I think the best way they can start off by getting better, they got to go ahead and pull the plug on Doc Rivers, Mr. Arm Folder. That man, all he does is fold his arms over there on that sideline. It could be the other teams on a 96-0 run, and he wants them to play through it. He wants them to play through it. Doc Rivers is an arm folding coach. I know he has a bunch of creases right there in between his forearm and his bicep. All his suit jacks are all creased up because he's folding his arm the entire time. That man does not do a damn thing. He is underachieved everywhere he has been. He is living off of that sorry-ass 08 title with the Celtics. He's still been living off of that thing.
Bro, I literally was talking to my other homeboy Ray that I do the other one with, the other show with. And I sound like, bro, I think we got to start looking at Doc Rivers a little different, bro.
Yeah, he's sorry.
So, because I was like, because this is how I evaluate coaches. Because a lot of people, when they talk about these great Hall of Fame coaches, a lot of them, they talking about the players were already there or whatever, right? So when I look at Doc, I'm like, okay, because I forgot he even coached in Orlando before he went to Boston because that was so bad.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, so he had that team out there in Orlando, couldn't do nothing with it. The team was already there in Boston pretty much. Like, it was pretty much there.
Oh, no. Look back. I was
saying the foundation was there because they had Pierce there, and after they made that trade and they got him KG, so pretty much from there on, pretty much all the rest of the teams from there, they pretty much already been. Because when we look at the Clippers, was that team already assembled with Chris Paul when he got there?
No, yeah. So that team, yeah, he went to a team that had Blake Griffin already. Chris Paul, DeAndre Jordan. Yeah,
we look at the team after that. He went to Philly.
So the only good coaching year Doc Rivers has had since the 08 title was that year when they traded away Chris Paul, and it was Shea Gilgeous, Shea Alexander, and they had some young cats that year. I think Shea was really the best player on that team. So he had Shea, and I think he took them to the playoffs. That was the 1 year I said, okay, look, Doc had a good coaching year. Outside of that '08 title, he has underachieved every single year since that, outside of that 1 year with the Clippers with Shea. He's underachieved. But we're living off of one championship. The year before they assembled the Big Three in Boston, he had a talented young nucleus. He had Paul Pierce, he had Gerald Green, he had a young Al Jefferson that think about it, Al Jefferson was so good. The Minnesota Timberwolves were almost willing to say, okay, we get Al, y'all get KG, give us some picks. But it ended up being one of the biggest swaps ever because multiple teams had to be involved in it. But Al Jefferson was the headliner in getting KG to Boston. So you had all these good young players, and he lost 18 straight games twice in one season.
Mm-hmm.
He lost 18 straight games twice in one season. That's how sorry he is. That is how sorry Doc Rivers is. But because of one title that they got 15 years ago, this man is still living off of that. He makes no adjustments. He's a finger pointer, and he's better off just, I don't know, maybe doing some commentary for a local team.
Yeah, bro, because I was just at the point I was like, because when I also look at coaching, I'm just like, okay, because I'm going back, I'm looking at rosters, I'm like, who have you developed?
No, Keith Sweat.
That's what I'm saying. Like when I looked and I talk about Steve Kerr in the same way. I understand because, but you know we could get to that later. But it's just like when I look at coaching, I'm just like, come on, like I have to look who have you developed?
Yeah,
because people act like that's not a part of coaching.
Yeah. Oh,
you draft young talent every year, and this ain't the NFL. They getting 2 players minimum. If it's no trades, nothing, you only got 2 picks.
Yeah.
So it's just one of the things I don't understand why we don't look at that more when we're talking about, how we evaluate some of these coaches. I feel like we really need to look at some of the teams that these coaches have inherited, the young talent that they've had and how they used it. I mean, I like how he's used Maxey. I think he's a good player that if you want to put him on his resume. But besides that, it's just was Rondo a baby when he got him over there?
I was about to say Rondo was one. But on this Celtics, I think with coaches, yes, you look at how they develop talent and also how they maximize their rosters.
Maximize roster and adjustments, bro. Like I cannot because we had the same conversation about Monty Williams, and I was like, bro, y'all do realize if Chris Paul wouldn't have got hurt, a lot of them players, like, bro, we probably would not have seen TJ Warren, and we probably would not have seen who's old boy they had just got from Orlando. I can't even think of his name right now.
Terrence Ross.
We wouldn't have seen him. I do not believe we would have seen him. And it's like, okay, at a certain point, bro, if a nigga just playing bad, say, man, come sit over here next to me. DeAndre Ayton should have got benched a long time ago.
That's tough,
because it's like at the end of it's no effort. I'd rather have who's that Biyombo they have as a backup.
Yeah, Bismack. Yeah,
he's gonna give me some.
Yeah, he was fighting.
He's gonna give me some effort. Like with DeAndre Ayton, it's like when are we because it's just like with AD. We always talk about the talent with this dude, but look what he gives us on the court night in, and it's inconsistent as hell, and it always just has to do with his mood.
Well, I think AD's more about his health. I mean, because remember when he came out,
AD is about his health. But
said, he does.
But I just mean in the sense to where how people always talk about how talented he is, but it's always a but with it, and that's the same way I feel with DeAndre Ayton, bro. It's like I don't know, and just I don't know, bro. That's him and AD are 2 of the hardest dudes for me to talk about.
But I definitely think that's. Doc's biggest mistake with that team was not maximizing his talent, because you had Shake Milton, who was just collecting dust on the bench. I don't know if he was injured or what, just fell out the rotation. And then you literally chose Tobias Harris over Jimmy Butler, but you refused to find a way to really maximize his potential in your offense. Like you got to do more than just allowing James Harden to have the ball elbow extended and dribble,
Tobias Harris,
and then
man,
make
about to
decisions.
get traded this season. Gets traded in the offseason, bro. His role has shrunk literally since that Ben Simmons trade.
Yeah.
And then he decided to involve Maxey more. He's more of a defensive catch and shoot type of player. Like, yeah, he can do work on the inside, but he don't really get that many shots up.
But if you paying him that much money, a great coach finds out a way to maximize it.
I feel you on that.
Every dollar.
I feel you on that. And yeah, I don't know, bro, but I do think that it needs to be a new voice in that locker room. I just think Doc got to go, bro. I just, like I said earlier, like, man, send him to Purgatory, man. Send him to Detroit. Send him to Houston. Send him to Orlando.
He need to
make him have to make him try to develop some of these young boys. And if he can't even get him to a play-in, man, get his ass out of here. Put him on TNT, ESPN next to Mark Jackson, stupid ass.
Nah, you know who Philly probably needs to go ahead and get. Go ahead and get that man, Budenholzer. Because I'm telling you,
Budenholzer don't really make that many adjustments to me either, bro.
No, but Budenholzer fixed that Atlanta Hawks team, and he fixed the Milwaukee Bucks team. Budenholzer's a great coach. He's a great coach. I just think sometimes after a while, he just gets stale. But Budenholzer's first 3 years, that boy gonna give you 3 great years. He gonna give you 3 great years.
He said, "I don't know what he gonna do after."
Yeah, I don't know what he's gonna do after that. He's kind of like, remember the show Empire? He gonna be good for like the first 2 seasons. After that, man, it's just gonna go downhill.
That's it, man.
Yeah, that's what's going. All American. He's all American, man. He gonna be good the first 3 seasons. After that, man, ain't nobody gonna be caring about what he's doing anymore. Cancel that bitch. But
yeah, man.
Between him, Nick Nurse, and Monty Williams. I felt those are 3 of the top 10 coaches in the NBA, and all of them are out of a job. So, it's going to be interesting.
I mean, with Nick Nurse, it was just time, bro. It was just time. I mean, he did have a little success after Kawhi, don't get me wrong, but it was just time. I just think he needed a change of scenery. A change of scenery, bro. Nick Nurse needed a change of scenery. Bud Budenholzer, I was shocked by it, but then I wasn't. Just because, they was already talking about, rumors of getting rid of him before they won the chip, and then he won. So they was like, okay, now we kind of got to keep you. You know what I'm saying?
But with him, he maximized Giannis. I feel like with Jason, Giannis just did not. You felt like there was still meat on the bone. He maximized Giannis. He got a lot out of Chris Middleton. He helped Drew Holiday become an all-star for the first time in over 10 years. You know what I mean? Like, he done a lot with a little. Like, let's be real. Before Coach Bud assembled that team, would anybody have been like, oh man, they got Drew Holiday? Drew Holiday was just, he's pretty good. Nobody was looking at Drew Holiday like that. They got Drew Holiday from the Pelicans for some gas station coupons. And then he assembled this team that was able to win the finals. I felt like with them, they just needed to kind of just reshuffle the deck a little bit. I think Chris Middleton's time is probably done. Chris Middleton, you can't depend on him to be a reliable wing. I felt like maybe they were 1 or 2 trades away from, being right back where they want. And again, it was a matchup thing too. They just don't match up well with the Heat. For whatever reason, Jimmy Butler just bullies those guys. They just don't match up well with the Heat. So, but it's just one of them things, man. But shit, man, what we got next?
I see. Lakers and the Warriors.
Woo!
That dynasty went out nasty. Dynasty,
man. You want to go first or should I go?
Man, I ain't really got too much to say on this game just because, I do, but I don't. Just because, now I will say this, as much as we just got through coaching, I did like the adjustment Steve Kerr made that have Steph Curry do more on ball, kind of do more of a legit point guard role. But man, that game 6 Clay shit over with, bro. I don't want to hear nobody else say anything else about some game 6 Clay shit. I said this shit a long time ago. I said, when the fuck did we start glorifying a nigga over one game? I said, is it just, do they automatically jump off a game 6 when this shit tip off, or am I skipping some? Did I miss some part of school. I thought you had to play 1 through 5 first. What are you doing in those? So I'm like, yeah, bro, that shit is cooked. Man, this is not going to be the same team next year. I know that much. Either that other light skinned motherfucker or that other donkey got to go.
Look,
that's
man,
the way I see it, bro.
Look, the biggest thing here, the Warriors' biggest problem, you got a man again that does not develop talent, and who I think is legitimately afraid of some of the players on his roster. I think Steve Kerr is afraid of Draymond Green. I think that's look, from day when he punched Jordan Poole, Steve Kerr didn't even really want to make it an announcement. He didn't even want to address it. He didn't want to say nothing. Steve Kerr is afraid of Draymond Green. That's the reason why Draymond Green.
What you expect from a nigga that got punched himself?
That's what I'm saying. You got. I think it's finally starting to backfire on Golden State. I think they got rid of Mark Jackson, which I felt was the right move because with the personality of Steph and Clay, they didn't really need a drill sergeant, Bible thumper type guy there. They needed somebody that was more of a calm, relaxing presence. A hands-off coach. That way he could just give them that opportunity to be themselves and flourish. And that worked well. But now the roster's changing. The egos are changing. They need somebody that's going to keep everybody in line. And they don't have that anymore. And another mistake Steve Kerr is making, the regular season is not just about, oh, I want to play this guy. You need to make sure you see everybody on that roster at some point during the regular season for an extended period of time. You have Moses Moody, you had James Wiseman, you have Jonathan Kuminga, a guy who everybody felt in that draft, was one of the 4 best players in that draft class, and you got them riding on the bench in the regular season. The regular season. I mean, when are you going to give these guys the opportunity to show that they're NBA players or even worth another team trading for if you have them sitting on the bench in the regular season for a team that was struggling for the most of the year? That to me, that was 2 of his biggest flops this year. And then just going into the playoffs, again, Draymond Green to me is not a starter on a championship team. If you're trying to win a championship, Draymond Green cannot be in your starting 5. He cannot be in your starting 5. But again, I think Kerr's afraid to make that call. It was easy for him when Draymond Green got suspended and came back.
Yeah.
Like, oh no, Draymond, we're not going to start you. But after a while, he was like, damn, shit. That excuse kind of wore out. I got to put him back in there. But to me, I think this team, they can't try to roll back the same thing next year and think it's going to be okay. Some drastic moves got to be made. First of all, I would get rid of Steve Kerr, and I would see if Monty Williams would be willing to come over there. I think they need a Monty Williams. They need a guy who's going to hold everybody accountable, but still kind of give that loving personality that Kerr had. And then
but they ain't going to get rid of him, though.
Oh, they're
not going to, though. That's wishful thinking.
And look, they got so if you get this is what I would say for the Warriors. Tell Kerr, hey man, get your ass on. Go back to that to TNT. Go back to calling games on TNT. Take your ass on. Draymond Green, you and your boy Klay Thompson, you let us know what the weather's like over there in Portland. You let us know what the weather's like over there in Portland. And Kuminga too, or no, Moody too. 3 of you guys. I don't care. You get either one of them young guys. And then you get Dame back over there in Cali and have Dame and Clay in that backcourt. Have Dame and Clay in that backcourt. Dame and Steph in that backcourt. And let's just see how it works. That's what I would do. Steph Curry, to me, is still that great of a player that he could shoot you to a finals. But he just has to have a legitimate backcourt mate. Klay Thompson, since he came back, has not been the same. He's not consistent enough. Dame at least is another guard who can do more than just shoot. He'll put that ball on. He'll put the ball on the ground too and attack the basket. And he's a playmaker. You will get more out of that 2-guard position with Dame there than you do with Klay there. So I think they got to make a legitimate move for another superstar perimeter player.
Man, they're gonna be such a defensive liability. They're going to have to outscore everybody.
Fuck that shit. You don't need it. Especially in the
Man.
West. Especially, remember, they're in the West. Ain't that many great defensive teams? Everybody's just trying to get bucks in the West.
Yeah.
Who's the great defense team in the West? The Lakers? The Lakers are really the only team in the West I know that, really trying to play defense.
Yeah.
Go get buckets. But no, they got to make a legitimate move. They got to get Draymond out of there, and they got to play these young guys. I wouldn't trade Poole. I think his season this year reminds me of Tyler Hero's second season, where they just kind of got into got in their own heads a little bit, got a little big headed. He's gonna need to be humbled a little bit this offseason. But remember, Tyler Hero came back that third year and won Sixth Man of the Year. So, I wouldn't give up on Poole just yet.
I guess, man, but them Lakers though, Bron came and took over in Game 6.
Now, I might get canceled for this, but the LBJQ plus community, bronsexuals, man.
Man.
Yeah, I looked out that window that night and I saw you guys dancing butt naked in the streets celebrating that man's victory. And all I could do, is nod my head, man. I really couldn't say anything. I couldn't object. You guys had every right to be out there on that street twerking for your man's success. So save it. I'm not gonna say anything negative. I know y'all got y'all's posts ready. It's already saved in the draft about how can you hate on a man who grew up with no dad and all the expectations. He not only met them, but he exceeded them. And he has no controversy. He's building schools. That's my goal. Look, you could delete it from the draft. You don't have to post that tonight. Yeah, LeBron is getting harder and harder, to not think of him as probably the greatest player this game has ever seen. The fact that he was able to knock them boys out at 38 years old is pretty impressive. Now, I'd say two other guys who equally deserve a lot of credit. Anthony Davis completely shut down that paint for Golden State. They couldn't get shit in there. Nothing. Anthony Davis absolutely put on a defensive clinic. And Rob Pelinka, man, like the way he was able to reshuffle the deck and bring in some of these guys and turn the Lakers into an actual basketball team. That was beautiful. And now, bronsexuals, sit back. I'm not really going to knock your man like that. But my thing with LeBron is I hope this is a wake-up call for him. He realizes, damn, I wasn't the GM in February. I let my GM do his thing, and he was able to put a team around me that helped me go to the conference finals on a team that I thought was dead in the water. Last summer LeBron wanted Russell Westbrook. Every summer it feels like LeBron is trying to get another washed-up star or another star. But now this GM, Rob Pelinka was like, no, man. We're going to do it my way this time. And he assembled a team that really fits LeBron's game.
They said because that nigga DeMar DeRozan thought he was going there.
Yeah. And that's what he wanted. He wanted to try to get DeMar DeRozan and all this nonsense. He wanted to try to get Kyrie, it's all this and that. But no, Rob said, said, nah, I'm going to get my guys. I'm going to get the guys that I want. And it just worked. It's worked. It's masterful. And the biggest thing is they're getting healthier. Like, we have not seen this Lakers team. Because we haven't seen, this new lineup with Russell, Austin Reeves. You got Lonnie Walker and all these guys getting minutes. We've never seen them all healthy to the playoffs. So now teams are literally having to watch them in the playoffs to scout them.
Learn on the go. You got to learn on the go.
Yeah, you don't have film on this team. They're kind of growing before our eyes. So, I would not be surprised if the Lakers pulled it out against Denver.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I do think it's a damn good matchup. I really think it really just come down to Well, two things in my opinion is just, are they going to be able to slow down Jamal Murray enough, or y'all going to still allow him to go, kind of nuclear how he did against the Suns a couple of games and kind of sent. I mean, Devin Booker kind of, out got him for the most part because he did it in more games.
Yeah.
But I mean, Jamal Murray was matching him some of them games, man. And even still, that one game where he played bad, shit, Jokic said, "Hey, don't worry about it, bro. I got you." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they still won. So that's why I'm like, okay, can the two duos match up first off? Like I just wonder, and mainly it's that AD and Jokic matchup.
Yeah.
Because I don't think Jokic has had to play a sit because I feel like Cat was supposed to be, the closest thing to the best person as far as like someone with size that could like hold him back, but
10 man. He ain't got no heart.
Yeah, so it's really like, okay, can AD slow him down? And I know everybody wants to bring up what people do in the regular season, which we use that to base, because they've had to play multiple times. But we all know the playoffs is different. Adjustments are made more often and frequently come playoff time.
Yeah.
So I just want to see. I want to see how they're gonna have AD play him. I want to see how he's gonna work on him when he's got the ball in his hands. That's really, because I personally wanted the Suns to go just for the narrative, but we are where we are now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
I feel like where AD is going to make his biggest impact is not necessarily on the defensive end. It's going to have to be on the offensive end, because the big question is going to be how are the Nuggets going to try to hide Jokic? I mean, because that's what they do. How are you going to hide him? You can't hide him, because the Lakers' two best players are their 4 and their 5, and Anthony Davis and LeBron James.
Because you do not want to switch him on none of them young legs, bro.
No. So they're going to have to play a lot of zone.
His best bet.
LeBron James is the smartest basketball player of all time, man. He's going to pick apart that zone all damn day. So I mean, I know they're going to try to hide him with the zone, but I mean, you can't sit in that zone all series long. You can't. Now with a player with the IQ of LeBron James and also the IQ of Austin Reeves, I just think that this series, it's made for the Lakers to probably win it. I think the Lakers probably do end up winning this series just because, I mean, Jokic is going to have to play defense. He's going to have to.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I feel that, and I mean, like I said, that's going to be the matchup to me that I feel like that's going to, set the line for the entire series. That AD and Jokic matchup. I feel like it's gonna start from there, and then it's gonna work out. It's gonna go out from there, but it's gonna have to start there, bro. I just don't see how they see themselves getting through this series if AD is not able to take care of that matchup. Because again, Jokic ain't really had to play. Man, Jokic just cruised through the last series, having to worry about that bum on him.
Man, look, man, and everybody want to get on KD and Booker, but man, look, it's deep in the rap sometimes, man. DeAndre Ayton, man, got all the talent in the world, all the talent. When's the last time you seen a big man able to run the floor like that? Like this motherfucker could. That year they made the finals, man, he had some games. I was like, man, this looks like a damn gazelle.
He can roll the floor, but that nigga.
No, the way that man runs the floor, a true 5. I'm not talking about a 4. I mean, he's a true 5, and he gets up and down the court like that. But man, he just ain't got no heart, man. Sometimes, and I used to be the prime believer in, man, stop talking to me all that heart shit. I can't put heart in the stat sheet. I don't care about heart. I want niggas that can ball. But man, seeing guys like Ayton and guys like Cat and guys like Ben Simmons. Man, you got to have some want-to, man. I mean, again, Jimmy Butler has half the talent of the guys that I just mentioned, but he just wants it. He just wants it. So, man, not even to just get all over the place. That Suns team, man, they got to make some of the players look in the mirror, man, and figure out, if this is really for them or not. Yeah, where my man Chris go? Your mic is muted.
My bad, boy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just realized it was muted. But yeah, I don't disagree with nothing that she says about Ayton. I mean, like I said, he one of them dudes that's hard for me to talk about. I ain't gonna get on here and try to kill KD right now, but I mean, it's kind of I do not like giving niggas passes,
Sometimes you got to, man.
but
You
it's
got
just
to.
in this situation. I'm just like I ain't trying to kill him that much, but it's just at the same time, I just feel like it kind of took him a little long to just get in his groove. You know what I'm saying? Like he really because Devin Booker was really the one going off in the Clippers series. I really feel like for the majority of these playoffs, like it's Kevin Durant has really just been there for a presence factor. I feel like Devin Booker was really the one carrying them
Oh no,
dudes.
I feel like when you really watch the game, you could see what Durant was trying to do. Like Durant was very cerebral. Like he was picking and choosing his spots. But what he obviously wanted to do, they were playing shorthanded. Them other guys, them guys who weren't really getting minutes like that coming off the bench, he wanted to give them opportunity to kind of get their groove, kind of get in rhythm. Durant, he don't need to get in rhythm. When Durant's ready to fire that pistol, he ain't like John Morant. He ain't gonna wave that pistol. He gonna fire off on that bitch. You know what I mean? Kevin Durant is lethal. So
Ain't
Kevin
no
Durant
fake
was being
shooters.
more of a point forward. Let these other guys get involved. But that was the thing. Like DeAndre Ayton, man, he didn't want it. Booker, he said, "Oh hell yeah, shit, I'm getting more shots. Let's do it." And Durant was kind of being the big brother, like, "Hey, y'all do what y'all got to do, and don't worry, fourth quarter, I'm gonna go ahead and pull out that thing because you know when that thing is out, I'm firing it." But it just there was just too much. It was too much to ask of Durant and Devin Booker to go ahead and knock off, the number one seed in the West, playing as shorthanded as they were. With that Phoenix team, they got to upgrade that point guard position. Like Chris Paul, to me, you can't really
It's over
rely
with,
on him.
bro. The
And
experiment is over.
yeah, and I don't think that Chris Paul fits really what they need right now. Like they don't need floor general point guard. They don't need that. They need another guy who's gonna put the ball in the hole. Like they don't need because Kevin Durant can make plays for others. Devin Booker can make plays for others. So your two best players are also playmakers. Bring in a point guard. It doesn't have to be a super elite, like a D'Angelo Russell level point guard who could put the ball in the hole. They just need more offense. That's what that team needs. They need more offense.
So what about the 80 problem?
DeAndre Ayton, for whatever reason, the Detroit Pistons love taking all the disgruntled big men. Maybe they could go flip them to Detroit or something. With DeAndre Ayton, it's like, man, you see the talent, and it's like, man, do we give up a guy with top 5 center talent, or do we wait to see who the next head coach is going to be and give them an opportunity to at least reach him, And if they could get something out of him, perfect. If not, try to get rid of him then. But I wouldn't trade Aiden so quick because remember, you're still trying to win regular season games. He's going to help you win regular season games. It's just when the playoffs come, can you depend on him?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know.
He's a 10 man.
I can't stand softies.
He's a
I mean,
10 man.
if you want to say that, maybe it's like okay, you just think that you need a new voice in your ear. Yeah, man. But boy, it's just that shit just hard to watch, bro. I'm sorry, that shit just hard to watch.
It's
It's
hard to
very
watch.
hard to watch.
It's hard to watch when he's going against, players from the top 8 teams in the West. But it ain't gonna be hard to watch when he's going against the Detroit Pistons. You know what I mean? You gotta remember. He gets to play against the Pistons, he gets to play against the Wizards, he gets to play against teams like that too. The regular season, you still gotta beat the donkeys. And
Yeah,
DeAndre
bro.
Ayton, he's gonna
That
get
nigga, man.
25 and 10 against those teams. Let's see what we can do up to trade deadline. And then if we don't think that this guy can help us, when it comes playoff time, then you get rid of him. But still, hey, win them regular season games. You gotta win them games too.
Man, I'd have fucked around and traded that boy whenever they said it was official for him to get traded.
Yeah.
I would have still seen if Indiana want to go ahead and get rid of that boy Miles Turner, do a straight up trade.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't even think they was gonna keep Miles. Because remember, they signed him for that offer
Yeah.
sheet. They signed Aiden to that offer sheet, but Phoenix matched it. And I think after
Yeah.
that, that's when Miles Turner got paid.
And also I think Philly kind of fucked up. I mean, Phoenix kind of messed up too because remember they let DeAndre Ayton test out the market, and ain't nobody was showing him no love. Nobody was showing him any love till the Pacers finally gave him a deal. But he was out there for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
But that kind of says what teams around the league think about him.
Yeah, who else we got left to talk about? Oh, the Knicks and the Heat. I ain't
Oh
even watched
man,
that game.
do we need to talk about that?
Not really. I ain't even watched that game.
Jimmy Butler told them boys to bend over. End of story. Next.
It said bend over with nigga held a Michelob while he was doing it.
Yeah. He told put their hands on the table. He said, man, put your hands on the table.
Oh shit.
He told put your hands
That
on the
shit
table,
crazy,
man. Whoop
bro.
them boys. Yeah, ain't shit to talk about right there.
All right, man. AFC South, man. We get into a little ball, man. So last week we broke down the NFC South team by team. AFC South, I think it's going to be real interesting because 3 of them teams picked up quarterbacks this year. 2 of them was in the first round. Of course, the other one dropped down to the second.
Yeah.
But let's get to it, man. I guess we can start off with the Jags.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we could go ahead and start off with the Jags. Of course, we seen the success they had last year, and what was that? Trevor Lawrence's second season in the league.
Yeah, second season. I we could count that year with what's his name, Urban Meyer's a redshirt year, so it's kind of his first year in the league. I ain't gonna count the Urban Meyer year as a real year, man. So that was his redshirt freshman year.
But yeah, man. I really do feel like that Jacksonville is definitely going in the right direction. We had to give Christian Kirk our condolences and our apologies last year because we was all kind of, even you was kind of looking kind of
I was. I said, what?
I said the same. I said, Christian Kirk.
Yeah.
Hey man, he shut everybody up. Shit.
Yeah.
He was on the waiver wire, and I was one that picked him up. Picked that boy up early. I was like, hold on.
Nah, man. I think again, the white guys got it right with Trevor Lawrence. Right. Them white scouts and GMs that think they know everything about football, they wrong so many damn times. But Trevor Lawrence, he is the great white hope. He is the great white hope. Trevor Lawrence is my pick to win MVP this year. I think he's that good. Oh yeah, he is my pick to win MVP this year. I think having Calvin Ridley is going to be huge. I think them, with Travis Etienne being their lead back this year, they're going to be a lot more explosive. Now, I still think them getting maybe like Zeke or Joe Mixon back there will be huge too. But I think Travis Etienne is such an explosive player, and adding Calvin Ridley to the pieces they already have with Christian Kirk and Evan Ingram, there's just so many toys for Trevor to play with in this shit brick division. My God, think about it. He gets to play against who's in this Houston. He gets to play against the Colts.
Houston, the Colts, and he got to go against the Titans.
Oh my God. Think about those secondaries he's getting to throw against. Trevor Lawrence is going to put up some numbers.
They went ahead and drafted. They got him a offensive tackle in the first round. So they doing that right. They getting him some protection.
Yeah.
And then everything else, they kind of just filling out the roster. They got a tight end that I guess I don't know nothing about none of these tight ends, but Brenton Strange out of Penn State.
He's probably more of a run blocking guy because
They picked him up. Yeah.
Evan Ingram proved himself as I think he was a top 5 tight end last year.
Mm-hmm. So they went and got a tight end, went and got him another offensive weapon. They got him a running back out of Auburn, Tank Bigsby in the 3rd round.
Okay.
Then from there, they kind of went defense. They went and got a linebacker, got a D-line, got an edge rusher, a DB. So they just going out there trying to, because I feel like the offense is there. I feel like they got the best pick they could to help that offensive line in the first round. Because what I heard, this ain't really like a deep class for offensive line in this year's draft. So I think they got him a tackle. You know, that's the most important position when you're trying to protect your quarterback. Get yourself a tackle.
Mm-hmm.
And then from there, I think all the other pieces are there. You got your receivers, you got your running back, you got your tight end and Evan Ingram. Like I said, that other one you say you probably more of a run blocker, but again, I don't know that much about him. But yeah, man, I like Jacksonville, bro. Like I'm mad we lost against them. Like, I'm mad Baltimore lost against them motherfuckers. I thought that was gonna be a dub, but
Nah, man,
you
the
know,
boys can play. The
hey,
boys
they can play,
play.
man. They can play. So hey, they ain't gonna be no pushover, man.
Oh, and I think
I
they
really
welcome
feel
with.
like they gonna be one of the teams that we start to see more consistently in the playoffs.
Oh yeah,
So them boys ain't coming to play, man. Trevor Lawrence showed, I just think he showed resiliency, man. They was getting their ass beat by LA in that game.
Yeah. Trevor's
And,
true.
and yeah, bro. And I've seen enough. I don't need to see nothing else. I already know that boy can play. I mean, we saw it in college, but everybody had their question just because they got their ass beat. But come on, man. Look who he lost against.
Trevor's
Look who he
legit.
lost against. Come on, man. Stop.
Yeah. That boy's legit.
Look who they lost against, man. It's okay.
Yeah. Who we got next?
Titans, man. The Tennessee Titans.
I can smell them boys from here. God damn. God damn. Somebody opened up the goddamn dumpster. Shit. Nah, man. But with the Titans, here's the thing, man. Derrick Henry, to me, like folks
need to get the fuck out of there.
Folks keep thinking that Derrick Henry's going to die. Like, oh, this is going to be the year that he falls off. But you got to remember, when he was over there in Alabama, he was the guy for like, what, a year and a half maybe? Like, he split carries a lot. He split carries. And then his first few years in the league, it was him and Deion Lewis.
Mm-hmm.
He was split carries with Deion Lewis. So Derrick Henry is one of those backs who he hasn't really been the lead back. He was the lead back for 1 year in college, and he just started being the lead back in Tennessee, like 5 years ago or so. I still think Derrick Henry has 2 more dominant years left. Maybe 1 or 2 more dominant years left. But
man, I don't want to see him waste that shit in Tennessee.
Exactly, because it could all be for naught. I think with Tennessee, you got a defensive-minded head coach, but they're trying so hard to fix that offense. The way you fix that offense, you invest in that offensive line. When Tennessee had that division in the stranglehold, they had great offensive line play. They had great offensive line play and a great running game, and they already had a very good defense. They're losing so many players on that defense, especially their front 7 guys.
They shot themselves in the foot when they tried to replace AJ Brown.
Oh my God!
With who they pick up? Robert Woods.
Oh my God, Burks, Traylon Burks, and that Burks when he's out there,
I like Traylon Burks, but
AJ Brown is a top 5, top 10 talent.
Yeah,
and you go and you trade him for no reason. That was crazy. That was crazy. I mean, they're already saying they're giving up on Malik Willis and Tannehill, but man, those 2 quarterbacks, I felt so terrible for them. When Derrick Henry went out, I mean, I can't tell you who was the best receiver on that team at the time. Nikhil Harris, Westbrook, or whatever. I don't even know. Don't try to play them boys on Madden. Please tell me.
Who you just said? Burks. That's it. Burks was the best one they had.
Well, he got hurt. Remember, he was out.
Yeah.
He was out. I think Robert Woods was terrible. He said he checked
bad,
out,
bro.
It was the worst offense. I think Malik Willis, I think he started 2 or 3 games, had 0 touchdowns over that span. And you just felt so sorry for the kid. It just looked like he was just out there, just like looked to the sideline, like, man, shit, what are we supposed to do? He had no clue what was going on. Receivers can't get any separation. There was no running game. To me, they had the worst offense last year out of any team. So I think they're poised. If Derrick Henry's still on the team, I think Derrick Henry's always going to be able to win you 6 games just off of his ability alone. But I don't give them more than 6 wins this year.
Yeah, because I just don't. And those wins are probably going to – they might get one of them from the Colts. Maybe one
Colts
from the Texans since they kind of rebuilding. But, I don't even want to look at their schedule. It's like, I mean, they clearly rebuilding, bro. They blowing this shit up. I'm looking at the draft now. They went all offense. They didn't go pick up one defensive player and shit. I'm not really mad at it.
Nah.
They picked up. They did what you just said. That offensive line. They went and got a guard. So, but yeah, man. I mean, I really don't feel bad for Ryan Tannehill. I still don't respect that donkey for trying to do that holdout in Miami, trying to get all that extra money and wet the fucking bed.
I love Tannehill, man. I like his game, man. I like Tannehill, man. Ryan Tannehill, man, he just goes out there, man. He said, I ain't mentoring this goddamn quarterback. You kidding me? He said, I ain't nobody's mentor. I fuck with that. When he said that shit about Malik last year, I said, yeah, I like that. He said, mentor, man, get your ass on. They ain't paying me to do that. They paying me to.
I mean, I ain't mad. Yeah, I ain't mad at that, but I'm just talking about, just as him on the field. I ain't,
I like
everybody getting him talking about, oh my God, why would you be a mentor? Because what? So this motherfucker can take my job?
Yeah, I'm trying to keep these goddamn lights on.
Hey, you know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to keep that on.
Try to keep them lights on. Shit.
I don't make the 53-man roster for being a mentor. I make it for slinging that damn ball.
So slinging that bitch, bro.
Man, I'm done talking about this sorry ass team, man. God damn, let's move to the next sorry team.
I'm about to say, bro. Man, you do realize what division we talking about, right?
Yeah. Oh my God, there should be the Jaguars. They should just let the other three teams just play against each other all season long, and just tell the Jaguars, y'all like BYU, y'all are a non-division team. Y'all just play. Y'all ain't got a conference. Y'all just make y'all's own schedule. Just play against some people.
This shit funny as hell, man. With your boy Anthony Richardson. But do you think he really got enough up there to even try to even showcase anything this year? Or do you think it's gonna be just more about his? Go ahead.
Yeah, you got to remember, Michael Pittman. Who's that white boy? Is that like Dublin or something? Yeah, you got Mike. You got Dublin. You got Jonathan Taylor. All these weapons were having to play with horrible quarterback play. And I don't think Matt Ryan's a horrible quarterback.
I don't think Phillip Rivers was that bad.
Huh?
I don't think Phillip Rivers was that bad.
But they don't. They don't.
But you just talking about just a consistent quarterback play.
Yes.
Okay, I get you.
It's hard to play that position now if you don't have some type of mobility. Like they tried Carson Wentz, but Carson Wentz just pees on himself like he's not an NFL quarterback. Matt Ryan has zero mobility. Phil Rivers has zero mobility. So now you're bringing in a guy that can extend plays, that these guys can actually kind of play backyard football with. Now with his ability to run, you don't have everybody committing to Jonathan Taylor on inside and outside zones because, you got to have somebody who's going to sit and wait. Think about it. With defensive ends, all those DNs that were going against Jonathan Taylor, they were all running heel line. They're running heel line because there's no threat of the quarterback pulling it. Now with the now that you got a quarterback that can pull it, you got one less player playing the run, playing the running back run. So I think that's going to be huge for Jonathan Taylor. I think people make a big deal about, oh man, he's inaccurate, yada yada yada. Man, they said the same thing about Patrick Mahomes that he wasn't going to be accurate. They said the same thing about Lamar Jackson. They said the same thing about Jalen Hurts. He'll be able to make the throws. I think he'll be able to make the throws. And I think the Colts are going to be a surprise team in the NFL. I could see them winning 8-9 games.
Yeah, and I guess I do like the fact that they do have an offensive coach for him. Because they got the offensive coordinator from the Eagles this offseason.
Yeah.
So I mean, I guess when you look at it like that, that's probably more or less why they got him, just because we've already seen what he did with the quarterback with that type of skill set in Jalen Hurts. Somebody who's a threat with his legs, but just develop that arm, man. That's what it all comes down to. People act like these niggas can't get developed when they get into the league. Nah, man. If it's something that you see with his throws that you think you can fix and you feel like, take the chance and go get him.
Yeah.
Look at Jared Goff. We was looking at him like he wasn't nothing until who got their hands on him. Sean McVay got his hands on him, got him to a Super Bowl. Come on, man.
Yep. You ain't lying.
So that's just the way I look at it. I just look at it like, hey, man, if you think that, because that's the thing. People always like, oh, he's going to be a project. That's fine. Everybody that come into the league ain't tip top.
Exactly.
They ain't
Like
they everybody. It's a handful that just come in winners. It's a handful. There ain't a lot of them.
and you got to kind of draft guys that you think that fit what you're trying to do offensively. And I
Exactly.
think again with him being in the right fit, man, he's going to thrive. At the end of the day, they're all very talented players. They just got to be somewhere that's going to use their talents in the right place. And I think we're going to see that with Richardson. I think he's going to be an overnight celebrity. I think he's going to be a star. I think he's going to be a guy the kids are excited to watch. I think he's really going to have like a Lamar Jackson type rise. I don't think he's the player Lamar Jackson is, but I think he's going to do a lot of those things and have that same type of impact Lamar did when he was with the Ravens early on. So, it's going to be interesting to see, how they use him. I don't know if they're going to try to like bring him in slowly, but for me, man, he'll be my week 1 starter. He'll be my week 1 starter.
As he
I want to
should.
see.
No, I mean he's got to be. Who else is there?
Shit, I have no idea, man. But you know how they be. You know how they do us.
Yeah, but it's like, bro, it's one thing if you got somebody that's solidified that he can sit behind, but man, hell no. Shit. If that nigga say, hey man, if he's sitting down, I'm cutting the TV off.
He'll be sitting behind us, some shit like that. Some motherfucker you ain't never heard of. God damn, Nathan Peterman. We some donkey like, man, what?
Hey man, get this nigga out of here.
There'll be some white boy you ain't never seen in your life.
Man, hey, Diddy, you better hope he don't go off next year, because if he do, just know we have this on camera, and we will be coming back to you talking bad about Anthony Richardson this whole time.
Yeah. Don't even start. Anthony Richardson is a buck. Man, dog. Come on, man. Anthony Richardson. What you run the 40 again?
Shit, I don't know. Too fast.
That's all I need to know. Motherfucker got wheels, man. That's all I need to know. Hot wheels, man. Shit, what else?
Last but not least, man, the Houston Texans.
Shit,
they got second and third first round picks.
Yeah.
They got the quarterback and they got their edge rusher.
Yeah.
They got some young wide receiver talent out there.
Yeah. I love what they doing in the Asian. Don't forget they got the running back last year. Didn't he tear his ACL? Did he tear his shit? I had him on fantasy. I remember I was hurting, boy. Oh my God. He got hurt. I forgot what happened, but if he comes back healthy, man, I think Houston got something brewing over there, man.
Dameon Pierce. I was like,
Dameon
I know
Pierce.
What this name is, man.
That was my dog, man. But Houston got something brewing over there. And I like that they're getting like they just got Griffin. I think they're trying to win, man. They're trying to win. They're legit not trying to lose.
I'm just glad that they finally was able to bounce back from that Bill O'Brien explosion.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Because that shit right there was bad. That was bad for business. And I'm surprised that man has even been allowed to touch an NFL football field again.
Oh, God. That motherfucker was terrible. But, I mean, shout outs to Houston. They were able to flip Deshaun Watson and go ahead and get a guy like C.J. Stroud that I think, look, man, and I'm glad we're on camera. I think C.J. Stroud is going to be an elite quarterback. I think he's going to be very, 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 very good. I think next year, he's my favorite to win that Offensive Rookie of the Year award. Him or Robinson, but it's usually a quarterback award. So I think C.J. Stroud's going to end up getting it. But C.J. Stroud, to me, man, he's going to make so many splashes. He could do it with his legs, do it with his arm. And I love Will Anderson, too. I think they made 2 great picks. And 10 years from now, we're going to say, damn, they drafted them both in the same year?
Same year, man.
Yeah, I think they're both going to be very, very special players.
Yeah, and I just like the gutsy call, just like say, man, fuck it. We got this number 2 pick, but we finna trade up and get this number 3 too. We finna get back up here, man.
Yeah.
Man, I like the pick. I mean, like I said, Houston is a lot more fun when, the Texans are doing good. Because right now, the Rockets ain't finna give them shit no time soon.
Hey, they about to get Wemby. Quote me on it. They're gonna let Houston win the draft lottery. They're gonna let Houston win the draft lottery. They already got Ime Udoka there because they're like, man, we can't have no donkey coaching Wemby. And they need Wemby to be in the city that he's gonna like. So Houston sports are gonna be up. They're gonna celebrate. We got CJ Stroud, we got Will Anderson, and we got Wemby.
Yeah,
Houston's
not
about
for
to be
shit.
up.
Because I really shit. Because I damn near thought about going down there to go see them boys, man.
Yeah.
I know them ticket prices low right now. I can't go
Oh
to the.
shit.
Hey man,
Hey,
well, you better go when they low. That's
hey,
why I can't go to no Cowboys game right now, nigga. Shit.
you can buy some bat tower seats. You'll be up there with Batman when he over there do the bat signal shit for 99 cents. And you can walk your ass over there in the floor seats. You'll be sitting right there next to
Hey man, throw me
DJ Screw.
your
You'll be
game
sitting
now,
right
nigga.
next to DJ Screw and Slim Thug. You'll be in very front.
For real, man. Be right there at the bottom of that bitch. Let me in here.
Yeah, you'll be right there.
Bro,
You'll be right there next to Paul Wall. Shit.
So are they because I ain't really been paying attention just to kind of go back with the Titans. How are they treating that? So are they just gonna have Will Levis starting, or are they doing a quarterback comp? What are they doing?
So basically, man, it's kind of like the American workforce. They're letting the two white guys get an opportunity, and the black guys kind of standing off to the side.
Come on, dog.
With no shot in hell of getting that promotion.
Hey, I did not know where the hell you was going with this, bro. He said the American workforce.
They're trying to give us a realistic look at the American workforce, man. You got the brother standing off, wondering if he's gonna be employed the next day, and you got them two white jokers who ain't not good at all fighting off for that starting spot. But Will Levis, I think Tannehill's probably gonna have the job early on, and then they're gonna eventually let Will get it, and then Malik probably gonna get cut by the second preseason game.
Yeah, bro, I feel bad for my boy Malik being trapped in that purgatory.
Man, but he's sorry, man. I try to, who knows, man? Maybe he's just young, but you remember him coming out last year. Everybody was like, man, yeah, there's so many question marks at this fool. Like he played at Liberty. He wasn't that great during his pro day. He just, I don't know. I think he's probably just an EJ Manuel.
Oh man. Well, on that note.
Well, he is,
talk about that, Dumbo. But yeah, man. But back to the Texas though, man. But yeah, man. I'm excited to see them boys, especially since because I really want to see, because I do feel like at the end of the day, I want to see him against the Titans just as far as see how the offense is going to work, just because I still do respect Mike Vrabel on that side of the ball. I feel like them boys are still going to try. And then on top of that, I need to see how they're going to play against Jacksonville. I need to see. That's the one I need to see. I need to see how y'all going against the top, because that's who you got to knock off. At the end of the day, that's whose target. That's who got a target on their back right now. It's Jacksonville. So I just think it's going to be an interesting division. I mean, I know a lot of people ain't going to look at it because, of course, it's just the AFC South. But you know us, man. We try to catch all that shit. So I'm going to be paying attention to it, man. I'm going to be paying attention.
Nah, man. If you want to watch any of them games, guys, I got a partner down the street. He can bootleg your TV so you can watch them all. Because there ain't no way in hell the NFL going to play any of them goddamn games on TV unless it's Jacksonville. So if you want to watch
in Jacksonville,
games, man,
or unless you in Houston,
he can do that. Still hot wire cable. He got hot wire cable. You're gonna get to the cable box, and you gonna watch yourself a Houston Texans football game. Boy, you might as well watch yourself a Houston Renegades game.
Say, man, I'm gonna be watching, man. You know me. I like to see how these young boys doing. We play fantasy. We got to see how these boys doing.
Yeah. So we're not going to talk about the XFL title game.
Man.
Hey, the city of Arlington, man. We finally got a ring, dog.
We got a championship. Hey, Arlington, Texas, stand up, boy.
Arlington Renegades.
Somebody won something, yeah.
DC defenders, man. Y'all can kiss ass, man. The Renegades.
Hey, fuck y'all boys, man. Y'all cannot fuck with this.
Yes, sir, man. That shit, man. Great.
Texas has a football championship once again.
Yeah, look, man. We the city.
It's been a long time.
Yeah. We talking about the Cowboys, man. We just got a title in Arlington, man. We got a football world title.
We don't need the Cowboys, man.
Yeah.
Hey, to the Arlington Renegades, man.
To the Renegades. I got a Mountain Dew right here. To the Renegades, man. to the ring. Oh man, is that all we got for tonight?
That's all we got for
That's
tonight,
all we
man.
got for tonight, man.
But just to recap, we went over the we had our donkey of the year with John Morant. Talked a little NBA playoff basketball. Ain't even have to talk too much about the Knicks and the Heat. So just in case y'all watch this back, don't expect too much. Broke down the AFC South. So where you ranking them? We got to do the rankings.
Oh,
I know clearly we got Jacksonville number 1. Who you got 2, 3, and 4?
You guys can just randomize it. You click on who you want.
They just put random.
Said it's random. Now, all right. 2 Tennessee. No. 2 Indianapolis. 3 Tennessee. And then 4 Houston. Or you can click random, whichever one you prefer. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I was gonna go Jacksonville. I'd probably go. I'm probably gonna go Houston, the Colts, then the Titans. I think the Titans are gonna be a dumpster fire this year, bro. I think they're just gonna be a rebuilding year.
Yes.
I don't think them boys got enough.
Man, who'd they get a receiver? Or they just rolled out them same birds?
Shit, let me see if they picked up anybody, bro. Because when I tell you, I do not trust them boys.
I feel like they got somebody in free agency, man. They had to got the veteran, man, or probably nobody's dumb enough to go over there and play.
So they picked up a wide receiver in the 7th round. Whoever Colton Dow is, I don't even know who that is.
He'll be working at Enterprise.
And shit, I don't know who is that. Treylon Burks.
Yeah, first round from last year from Arkansas.
I guess this is updated. Chris Moore's out there now. He played for Chris Moore. He played with Houston last year.
So he's coming with winning experience. He's gonna bring some winning experience to that team.
Yeah, bro. They ain't getting nobody else, bro.
Yeah, all right, so flip it. Yeah, Titans finishing in last.
Yeah, bro. They ain't getting nobody, bro.
Shit, man. That's terrible.
But all right, y'all. This has been the Cold Truth Podcast. I'm White Boy Kiss. That's Dre. Where we tell the whole truth, nothing but the truth, and don't care how you feel about it. And we're gonna holler at y'all, man.
Yes, sir, man. Y'all stay safe. Swing that pistol. John Ray, play that young boy while I'm leaving. Play that young boy while I'm leaving. Swing that pistol around, boy.
Ain't got no young boy. It's all right up in my city,
yeah. I feel like I'm Gucci Man in 2006.
Yeah, nah, that nigga's stupid, man. But all right, y'all.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.